But, honey, if you came by to pass away the time of day with me, I just can't oblige you. I got too much work to do.
I didn't. I came by to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. For what?
For last night. It was wonderful.
Your absence certainly made my heart grow fonder.
It was the most wonderful night I've had in a long time.
Really? And I would have just settled for breaking into the top 10.
I was hoping that every night could be that wonderful.
I told you there was something we could do about that.
Well, I know. That's why I came here. To give you an answer to your question. The answer is yes.
What did you say?
I said I want to be Mrs. Derek Mallory.
Are you serious?
Yes! I want to marry you.
Why?
Why? What kind of a question is why? Because you're the man of my dreams. Because you're good for me. Because you're good to me. You don't look as if my answer made you the happiest man in the world.
No, I'm sorry, hon. I wasn't expecting your answer so soon. I wasn't expecting your answer to be yes.
Well, now it's my turn. Why?
The idea of Raven Swift deciding it's time to settle down, doesn't come easy to me.
Derek, I want to settle down with you. Did you use that proposal to lure me into your bedroom last night?
Of course not, honey. I love you. I accept your acceptance.
So we're engaged.
Yeah, say the word. We can do it tomorrow.
Oh, don't rush things, you know? I'd like to enjoy the engagement a little before I enjoy the wedding.
You're serious about this now? You wouldn't just say this to a guy.
No. Yes, I want to marry you. You want me to get a bullhorn and run through the streets of Monticello and tell everyone? It's going to be wonderful, telling all our friends. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of friends I can't wait to tell.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener. Clean softens, control static, Bold 3. And by Dawn. Dawn takes grease out of your way. And now Dawn has a new fresh scent.
Flowers smell fresh.
They're plastic. The fresh scent's my new dishwashing liquid.
But why not Dawn?
This smells better. Clean and fresh.
The fresh scent's great, but you'll need Dawn to clean this mug, especially after that greasy pan.
No problem.
We'll see. Hey, water doesn't feel greasy. Or my hands. Hey, mug looks great. Okay, what is it?
New fresh scent Dawn.
Watch. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back.
Flowers smell fresh.
It's new fresh scent Dawn.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
And now, it smells better than ever.
You gotta find it, Grandma.
I did. Mommy's favorite birthday dress.
Perfect for you. It's dirty.
Needs a good old-fashioned cleaning.
Feels rough, too.
We'll use Bold 3. Detergent plus fabric softener, all in one.
How can a detergent with a newfangled fabric softener give an old-fashioned clean and soften, too?
Bold 3 can. Watch.
We took the softening and static control of a full-strength fabric softener and concentrated it into a powder. Then we combined it with Bold 3's powerful powder detergent.
Now, I call that an old-fashioned clean.
So soft, too.
Such softness from a box of detergent.
Look, no static cling here.
Bold 3 for an old-fashioned clean and a newfangled fabric softener in one.
No, Sid, please don't wake her. Just give her a message for me. Tell her I'll be there about 7:30 tonight. Yeah, me too. Look, I've got to run right now. Yeah, bye.
Good morning, Ritchie.
Good morning, Mrs. Bribe. Beth.
Yeah. Well, now, you don't look too bad. You got a decent night's sleep, apparently.
Well, actually, I tossed and turned a lot.
Oh, Ritchie, I can't tell you how sorry I am about last night.
Well, you know, I feel very bad about Dr. Featherstone's death myself, but, you know, in a way, it saved us.
Ritchie, now, I thought we had been through all that.
And I'm talking about timing. Your husband did come back early and unexpectedly.
Yes, that would have been rather embarrassing.
Well, then you understand why I think we should cool it.
Well, meeting here is out of the question. However, there is another possibility.
What do you have in mind?
You're off tonight?
Yeah.
And you're going into town, yes?
Well, that was my plan.
Well, it so happens that I have become friendly with a lovely widow by the name of Mrs. Hallerton, and sometimes I go over to her place to spend an evening. Now, I could tell Kenneth that I was going there tonight.
But you wouldn't be able...
It would give us a few hours at the East Meadows Hotel. Now, would the 8:30 be convenient?
I can't tonight.
Why not?
I've got other plans.
A date?
Yeah.
Break it.
I can't. Just met the girl. I don't know where she lives or what her phone number is. I told her I'd meet her at Sid's. We'll get together some other time.
All right, Ritchie. I wouldn't want you to break some other girl's heart. But you and I are going to have our date very soon. And don't you forget it.
I'm looking forward to it.
You better get back to work. Straighten up Mr. Kincaid's room.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, of course. You surprised me, Valerie. Why didn't you wire me or telephone or something?
It was a spur-of-the-moment decision, Daddy. But one that's been a long time in the making.
Oh, well, now there's a contradiction in terms.
Living in Europe just didn't do it for me anymore.
Oh, my remittances weren't letting you live in the manner to which I'd allowed you to become accustomed, is that
Daddy,
it?
I was homesick.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't going to school anymore. I don't have a job.
And your social life?
It was all right, but it wasn't the same as being here. Besides, there's someone that I want to be with that I miss very much.
Oh, who?
My father.
Yes, I missed you too, Valerie, very much.
You could have fooled me.
Well, how can you say a thing like that?
I can tell you're not happy to see me, Daddy. I think I know why, too. It's Beth.
Oh, now, Valerie, let's not have any of that wicked stepmother talk.
I'm sure she still sees me as competition for your affections.
Oh, don't worry about Beth. She has nothing to do with my feelings for you. Fact of the matter is, you simply turned up at a very inopportune time.
Well, I didn't know there was an inopportune time for a daughter to visit her father.
Well, I'm in a bit of a difficult situation at the moment.
You're not sick or anything.
Well, I could be developing an ulcer, but no. No, my problems aren't physical, they're professional.
Last time you wrote to me, you told me the Rexford was doing famously.
Oh, well, let's not talk about it now.
Maybe my homecoming will turn out to be more of a blessing than you think.
Oh, why do you say that?
Tell me where the lab coats are, and I'll go to work.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but it's not necessary.
Oh, but I want to, Daddy. Remember how I used to help you when you had the clinic in Lucerne?
Remember? Oh, you were such a busy little thing. You were into everything.
Well, this time, I do not intend to go to work washing out Petri dishes and test tubes. You have paid for a very expensive education, and now I can be useful.
Well, what exactly do you propose doing? We don't have much need for a photographer around here.
That's not the only thing I know. I did take some electives in hospital administration.
Ah, like father, like daughter. Say, I have a great idea. Why don't you tour this country? There's magnificent scenery. You'd have a fine time with your camera.
Daddy, I am sick of traveling. And I have no interest in photographing scenery. Look, I am here now. And that's all there is to it.
Kenneth, I really think you should check the... Valerie?
Hello, Beth. Surprised?
I thought you were in Europe.
Well, I was, but as you can see, I am no longer.
What are you doing here?
That's yet to be decided. But, I knew you'd be glad to see me.
Yes.
Orange juice. It's delicious. Cool. Fantastic. 100% pure orange juice from Florida. It isn't just for breakfast anymore.
Tonight at 8, New Year's Eve on the SS Poseidon turns into a night of terror at sea.
Oh, my God.
Gene Hackman and Shelley Winters star in the Academy Award-winning Poseidon Adventure, tonight's uncut 8 o'clock movie on Channel 48.
I'm gonna have to call my friend, Judy Wainwright. She said that she knows someone that can get our announcement in the paper. Wait a minute. You're the chief of police. We'll be on page 1.
Now, you calm down, calm down.
Why? Aren't you excited?
Of course I'm excited. Hell, I'm numb.
Well, it's only because you realize your luck. I mean, look at what you've caught.
Now, I don't think the full impact of your saying yes has hit me yet.
I wish Geraldine hadn't sold the Whitney mansion. That would be the perfect place to have a ceremony.
Well, wait a minute. Don't you think you ought to set the date first?
Well, I told you, Derek, I don't want to rush it, you know? I want to enjoy this engagement.
How long did you want to enjoy it?
I don't know. I've never had a long engagement, so I'd like to have one now.
Oh, come on. I don't see any reason to put it off. If we're going to do it, let's just do it. It's not like it was the first time for either one of us.
Indulge me, okay? I mean, if we do things a little differently this time, then maybe this marriage will turn out a lot better than my other ones.
It doesn't work that way, honey.
Then I'll have to go down to the department store and pick out my silver and my china and have them registered.
You've got an awful lot planned before the wedding. You're not going to be too tired for the honeymoon.
Never. And speaking of honeymoons, how about Hawaii?
Hawaii?
Don't forget the ring.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the ring.
Yes, a nice big fat diamond just to make it official.
Maybe we should just live together for a while.
With me, it's all or nothing, darling.
Only teasing you, honey. Of course, the ring.
And then I'll have to have an engagement party to show off my ring. And then living arrangements.
Well, hey, live in my house.
No, no, no. It's not big enough for a couple. We'll need a bigger place. Maybe a big house.
Whoever said 2 can live as cheap as 1 certainly didn't know you. Rings, Hawaii, real estate.
And you thought all you were going to have to do was say, I do. Now, see? I'll take care of everything. But it takes time, so let's not rush things, okay?
Saved. Yes, Helen. Okay, send him in. Listen, I've got to go back to work and make some money to pay for all that stuff. Come on.
Come on in. Chief, I've got some... Oh. Hello, Raven.
Hello, Detective Stoner.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is rather important.
Don't apologize. I was just leaving.
Bye-bye. Come on in, Cal. What's up?
Well, I just had a very interesting conversation with Detective Alf Samuelson.
Samuelson, you work with him in San Francisco.
Right.
Is this about Nancy Cole?
No, unfortunately, it's not. But it does pertain to our other missing person out there.
Ira Gideon.
Right. It seems yesterday there was a derelict picked up for trying to pawn a very expensive watch. Naturally, the pawn shop owner got suspicious and called the police.
So?
So the police examined the watch, and they found it inscribed on the back. It belongs to none other than Mr. Gideon.
How did this guy get it?
Well, he says he was in residence under the pier one night when he saw a man come down, go dockside, and dump a suitcase of all its belongings and take off. He got there to find a pile of very expensive clothes and some accessories, picked up the watch, and by that time a patrol car arrived and scared him off.
Very interesting.
Yes. But the most interesting part about it, Chief, is it's the first good indication we've had that Mr. Gideon is still very much alive.
No, I did not call you to tell you that I had started adoption proceedings with Jody Travis.
Well, it was a natural assumption to make, considering the track that your mind has taken recently.
I want to see you, Sky.
Oh?
Can we have a drink?
Well, that all depends on the topic of conversation.
I am not going to bring up the Whitney Dance Company.
Well, all right. Maybe we can get together for cocktails.
Good, good. I have something very important to tell you.
Well, since we seem to be back on civil terms with each other, why don't we go whole hog? You buy drinks and I'll buy dinner.
Well, okay, but it can't be a public place.
All right, then I'll reserve a private booth at the coach house. How's that sound?
No. I think it'll have to be room service at your suite.
Why the Greta Garbo attitude all of a sudden?
Oh, you'll understand when I tell you the news.
All right. I'll see you at 8 o'clock, oh mysterious one. Then knock twice so I'll know it's you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Here's a little housewarming gift.
Oh, I'll get the glasses.
Use these.
Puritan oil.
Puritan's part of our diet to fight cholesterol.
And it makes food taste great.
I always use corn oil.
Puritan has more polyunsaturates than corn oil. It also looks lighter. It tastes lighter.
You have excellent taste in gifts.
Puritan, a delicious part of your diet to fight cholesterol.
Can Zest make you give up your soap?
When you discover the cleaner feeling of Zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
The deodorant lather of Zest rinses cleaner than the rest.
Look, dip one lens in soap and water, one in Zest and water. Rinse. Soap leaves a sticky film on the lens and your skin. Zest rinses cleaner.
So I feel cleaner. Go back to soap? Nope.
Discover the cleaner feeling of Zest.
Howdy! Hi, Minnie. These prices are murder. Even my floor cleaner.
Looks like my spick and span is the last real value in town.
Spick and span?
Why, sure. This one box cleans more than those 2 bottles and costs a lot less.
Cleans more than 2 bottles and costs less?
It's better, too. Cleans the daylights out of greasy, waxed-in dirt. Farsight better than any leading liquid. Now, that's right clean at the right price. Spick and span, the right clean at the right price.
Does Derek get a look at who dropped his suitcases off?
No, the police showed him a picture of Gideon, but he says he was too far away to make a positive ID.
Too far away. He's probably too drunk.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Gideon could have hired anybody to do that little chore for him. I don't see why that should really matter.
That stuff was positively identified as being Gideon's.
Yes, and very easily confirmed, if you remember.
Yeah, monogrammed shirts and custom-tailored suits. They were his.
Right. Well, the police department out in San Francisco now is more convinced than ever that all that was just a ploy.
All right, Gideon's bought himself a lot of time to go underground.
He's certainly got one heck of a head start on us, that's for sure.
San Francisco PD have any clues?
No, all the ports of entry were being watched very closely.
Pretty big coastline, too. Lots of flatlands, places for planes to land and take off.
Well, Chief, based on what we know, as far as I'm concerned, we've got enough evidence to indicate that Mr. Gideon is still right here in the good old U.S. of A.
Drive into town?
Oh, it was wonderful. I asked that cretin at that tobacco shop for a mild cigar with a Cameroon wrapper. He didn't know what the heck I was talking about.
Well, let's face it, Mr. Kincaid. Not everybody around here has your fancy tastes.
Well, hurry it up here, will you?
No, I just talked to Mrs. Bryson. She said to make sure that I gave your room an extra special going over.
Well, then, a little less talking, a little more work, and you'll be out of here much faster.
Mr. Kincaid, something tells me that you don't really like the routine around this place.
I'm a doer, Ritchie. Once I'm out of this place, I'll have plenty to do. Sitting around, waiting for my face to heal, driving me up a wall.
Anything ever happened to break up the monotony for you?
Outside of Featherstone kicking off last night, it's been very, very dull.
You know, I know something that might have livened it up for you.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember that woman newscaster, Nancy Carr, I think, WMON?
The one who disappeared? Yeah. What about her?
You ever see her around here?
Why would you think such a thing, Ritchie?
Oh, I was talking to Dr. Bryson, excuse me, and he said that she called, spoke to Doc Featherstone.
Oh, really? What did she want?
Wanted to see Matt Sharkey.
Oh, I've not seen a Mrs. Carr at any time. I'm sure of it.
Maybe she came around checking the place out, you know?
Why would you think such a thing?
No reason. Just curious.
Well, I don't know anything about this person, and I'm sure not enjoying watching household cleaning. I'm going for a walk.
With Comtrex, you may almost forget you have a cold.
I have a bad cold, but I'm here because with Comtrex, I almost don't feel like I do.
I'm sure I still have a cold, but with Comtrex, I'd swear it's gone.
You could take any of these for a cold, but for one with nasal congestion, runny nose, aches, and coughs, Comtrex multi-symptom cold reliever is better. All by itself, Comtrex relieves all the major cold symptoms more than Dristan or Contac or Tylenol. Try Comtrex in tablets, capsules, or liquid.
Need to watch your weight? Try the Special K Pinch.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
If you can pinch more than an inch,
Oh, boy.
then make the Special K breakfast part of your diet plan. Protein, vitamins, iron, less than 240 calories. Before you know it, the Special K breakfast will help you trim that inch.
Okay. All right.
Make Kellogg's Special K breakfast part of your complete diet plan.
Not bad.
Tonight at 7, Fred is voted Watts Businessman of the Year, but he's worried that a bad back may take the glory out of his walk to the podium on Sanford & Son. And at 8, Channel 48 features more movie and fewer commercials when Gene Hackman and Shelley Winters star in the disaster epic The Poseidon Adventure. A handful of survivors fights for their lives aboard the capsized luxury liner, the SS Poseidon.
Tall. Will you tell her that, Kenneth?
Oh, Valerie, darling. Much as I enjoy having you with me, I really think it would be best if we postponed our reunion for a little while.
Daddy, I don't see what the big deal is. If there isn't room for me at your place, I'll simply find an apartment. I need to be home now, at least for a while.
Well, working here is out of the question.
I'm sure I could be useful in some way.
There is nothing here for you to do. Kenneth, will you please try to talk some sense into your daughter?
Yes? Oh, Mr. Kincaid, what can I do for you?
I've got to see you, Doctor, at once.
Well, what seems to be the problem? Oh, I'm sorry. It's my daughter, Valerie.
I'd like to talk privately, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Well, if you'd excuse us, darling, we'll continue this discussion over dinner.
I've made up my mind. See you later.
Enough is enough, Bryson.
What is it now?
It is well past high time that we made a decision about Mrs. Carr.
We told you not to worry about that, Mr. Gideon.
I am worrying plenty. Now even your damn orderlies are beginning to raise questions that make me very uncomfortable.
What are you talking about?
That Ritchie Johnson. You told him that Mrs. Carr called here and spoke with Featherstone. He's curious as to what that is all about.
Well, I will see to it that Ritchie doesn't ask any more questions.
Nonetheless, I don't want that woman connected with this place in any way. It's dangerous.
Oh, well, you can relax, Mr. Gideon. We've come to a definite decision about Mrs. Carr.
Well, what's your plan? And it had better be good.
Well, the moment you're well enough to be discharged, the Rexford Clinic will cease operations. We're closing down the entire facility.
Won't that draw suspicion?
No, establishments like this come and go all the time. No one will think it out of the ordinary.
And what will you do?
Your fee will be used for relocating expenses. We'll be leaving when you do.
You still haven't told me what will happen with that woman.
Mrs. Carr will be coming with us. That way we can keep an eye on her.
That's a needless risk.
Oh, no, not at all.
She'll be recognized by the time you reach the ramp to board your flight.
No, she won't be recognized.
That woman is well known. A pair of dark sunglasses and a scarf over her hair might not be sufficient.
That's true. But you see, my husband is going to perform cosmetic surgery on her to alter her features. Aren't you, Kenneth?
Yes. I will be doing that. First thing tomorrow morning.
All right, Bubbles, get ready to hit the dirt.
I should have become an accountant.
Oh, stop worrying, kid. We're going to give this bathroom the shine of its life. Show those germs no mercy. Dig in, kid, dig in. Clean and shine. Disinfect, deodorize. We'll never scratch or leave any grit. Oh, we never do, we never do. You did good, kid. Now let's go down a drain together. We work hard, so you don't have to.
Dow Bathroom Cleaner with scrubbing bubbles.
See what Polaroid gave me? Their new made-for-each-other pack. The Time Zero one-step and Time Zero super color film. You get the world's fastest developing color.
Make a great birthday gift.
Birthdays, weddings, graduations, you can't find a nicer present. And when they say all that color and how fast they get it, they think it costs more than it did.
They sure will.
What are you doing?
Wrapping Ricky's birthday present.
But that was for me.
You just said it makes a great gift.
Never mind what I said.
Made for each other.
Channel 48's Specials for the 80s begin tomorrow night at 8 when Jacques Cousteau explores tropical caves to find the fish that swallowed Jonah on the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau. Followed at 9 by the Guinness Book of World Records. Host David Frost takes a look at a clothes-changing contest, the world's largest paper cup, and much, much more. Stay tuned now as Bobby Sherman boards the Love Boat next.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
Look at that Fava go!
You can race through summer in Fava Breezers.
Oh, look, everybody!
Specially priced at Fava, $10.
Go, Fava, go!
Comfortable breezers for men, too. Incredible at $12.
All right!
Cool, easygoing breezers. Put yourself in another winner from Fava. Now only $10 for women and just $12 for men. Breezers, only at Fava.
Come together at great adventure. Take a journey of the heart. Leave all time and cares behind you in a world that's worlds apart. Come together at great adventure, sharing love and fantasies. Where else can you find such magic rides and shows like these? So come together at
all this wonderful sunshine, get ready for summer, and I'll see you next weekend.
Linda Carter rushes to the rescue when a treacherous Nazi scheme threatens the American economy on Wonder Woman tonight at 6 on Channel 48.